Lawrence, TNS ladies campaign to win the Tom Farmer Cup again got off to a great start this evening.
It did, yes, Stu. It's a good result. Bishop's Castle, fair. I tell you what, never gave in. They played and played and played and played. And even if the first one went in to the last one that went in, they never gave up. Didn't even look like giving up. They wanted to try and play. They gave everything, and I think for them it was a big experience to come to Park Hall and play on TNS's main stage, so to speak, and obviously play us, the holders at the minute. So I think for them it was a really good opportunity, and for me I could have a look at different things, give girls some minutes that have been knocking on my door wanting to play, and it was good. It was good. I was impressed. I think we did it in a professional manner, and the goals we scored were in the end very, very good. So I'm impressed, and hopefully we can keep that going in the campaign, and it can help us up with the league campaign as well, because we're doing pretty well in that.
Well, we'll come to the league shortly, of course, but it was 11 minutes on the clock. Taylor Davis, fantastic strike that broke the deadlock.
It did. It was nice play again, and we cut you back to the edge of the box, and she's put one into the roof of the net. And to be fair, she scored a good hat trick tonight, and I think it's her first ever hat trick. I think, speaking to Tay after, so I think she's really happy with that. And I think she was glad, to get a few more goals, because they all count, and they want that golden boot at the end of the season with me and that. So yeah, it was good, and I had a couple more hat tricks. I think with Katie Doss getting another hat trick coming off the bench, and that boosted her confidence because she scored 4 in 2 in the league. So it's all getting there. We're getting momentum, and it's looking good.
Well, we interviewed Katie and Taylor just now. Talked to them, of course, about their hat tricks. Lots of goals, 18 in total, but not just the goals themselves, Lawrence, but some really good teamwork.
It was all the goals. I think were all well played. Like even some we've had to go and play back to Sarah and back, and we've had to play through all the thirds and play from defensive midfield to the attack, and they're all really well worked. And even to be fair, the Bishop's Castle keepers pulled off some few good saves tonight. To be fair, when Kim's hit this diving header, and she somehow, I don't know how she saved it, but it's a great save just for one. And so fair play to her. She was probably their man of the match, if I'm being brutally honest. But every single goal tonight was really good, and the build-up play was fantastic. And it was the same the weekend when we played Leafield. We scored 2 very good goals, and the same against Westmeath the week before that. We scored 2 very good, really well-worked goals. And it's all clicking in. It's took a while to get to this place, what I want from the girls, but this season we've really stepped up and kicked on where we wanted to be. And obviously pushing Wolves at the minute at the top, it's where I wanted us to be from the start of the season. So at the minute I'm very, very pleased. I just don't want us to sort of hinder ourselves and just take our foot off the gas, because the job's not done until the last game of the season. So I just want to keep pushing on and keep improving and make sure we do the right things.
Well, that leads nicely into the next question. You mentioned Wolverhampton Wanderers because they're a big club, of course. They're at the top of the table. They do have a game in hand, but the lead is just 6 points. So as a manager, to be in this position now, before the season started, would you have taken that?
I think if someone said to me in, say, July, you're going to be second, come near enough, well, the end of January, you're going to be 6 points behind Wolves, I'll probably laughed in their face, if I'm being honest. But I have high aspirations with the girls, and I've got an amazing group of players here, really, really good. And someone might say maybe we're overachieving compared to last season when we finished 8th. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I've got a better group of players now. They all know what I expect, and I think the team cohesion spirit is second to none. And even if we're down, there's people going, come on, and they're dragging through each other in the games, and they're fighting to the end. And I think that's the key for me. If you can get a good team spirit, you're halfway there. If you can add little bits to it to make it even better, then I think you're onto a winner there. But 100%, if someone had started to snap their hand off, 100% in that, and we can still push them. We've still got to play them in a couple of weeks at the CKW Stadium, which is, for me, is a home game, so I'm quite happy about that. But I think we had a tough one, and I've heard there's a bit of hype already about that game. And obviously we've beaten here already this season. Being a Wolves fan, I quite enjoyed that one, I'll be honest. But it's not over yet, and we've still got games to play, and I want us to keep knuckle down and keep working hard for each other.
And as you think about the players that you've signed, for those who perhaps are watching this interview, how do you, as a manager, this isn't a full-time team, people, whether it's players, the manager, the folks involved, they all have jobs, they all live elsewhere. How do you as a manager recruit wisely for the new Saints? Because we are out on a geographical limb compared to the likes of Wolves with a conurbation of 3 million people on their doorstep. How do you achieve the success that you've had by recruiting good players?
Well, we do, me and my coaching staff, we look at games, we try and watch some highlights, I try and get a few scouts out there that I know to go and watch some games for me, and if I've heard someone's good and performing, I want someone to see them and get a report back. So I have a couple of good guys that will go and watch games for me, and obviously we advertise players at the start of the season on our Twitter, social media is really good, and we've got our Instagram and everything, and sometimes it's even players that know players, so they'll go, oh, so-and-so's at the start of the season wants to try and step up, and I'm okay, well, come training and have a look. Obviously pre-season where everyone's never a free agent, but obviously we look at stats, a lot of stats, and obviously it's hard to find other players in certain positions for stats, but in obviously goal scorers, if we need a striker, we look at different teams, where can we have a look at stats, how many goals are scoring, how many games, and if I can get someone out there to go and watch them for one game, I will, and we look at it like that. Really, it is difficult, don't get me wrong, it's difficult. Obviously, like we said, where we are, it's travelling, like I do an hour. I know some of my coaches do an hour and a half from Birmingham and stuff as well. And we've got girls travelling an hour as well from mid-Wales. So it is tough, but like I said, it's all friends. Most of them are friends, they know each other, and they'll go, oh, I know so-and-so, I know they're fancy so-and-so. Okay, well, I'll go through the same route. What I need to do in my 7 days, wait my 7 days, speak to them, see if they're interested, and we go from there, really. And the recommendation I've had of other players are always good, because they know what I want and how I want to do things and how I want in certain positions. It's all linked nicely, so it's tough, like I said, but it's good. And I think how we recruit this year, we've done really well, and I've recruited players that I wanted to in the right positions, to where I think we needed to strengthen, and that's why I think it's helped us up the league as well. You know, it took us, I think, 16, 17 games this year to keep a clean sheet up until Sunday, but you know, we're still winning games, and I know we've spoke before about I'd rather win a game 4-3 than a game 1-0. Football's all about goals, it's entertainment value. That's the way I look at things, and if I can score more goals than the opposition, I'm happy. But obviously, 2 clean sheets in a row, I would like a few more now going forward. But you know, a win's a win, and that's all to be happy with.
Ultimately, of course, whatever level you play at, you actually want to play games. How do you keep all the girls happy? For example, the ones that travel 1 hour, 1.5 hours, they travel, they want to play. How do you keep them happy? Do you work on a rotation basis, or will you be ruthless, if I could use that word in a nice way, perhaps paradoxical there, but do you use that word in a nice way, be ruthless, by picking your best team, and that's what you're focused on?
Well, the way I look at it is, well, at the start of the season we had quite a consistent team each week that started, and that's what got us the results against Sporting Calcer, Bedworth and Wolves and all that. We had a consistent team, and obviously when people go away on holiday, or they can't make it, or they're ill, it then gives opportunities to someone else to go and take that shirt. And I've always said, when you get that chance, go and take it. So when they take it, when other players come back in, I've gone, well, you were unfortunately away, they've stepped up, did the job I've asked, you've now got to earn your place back. So it's one of them. I think sometimes I do pick the team that I think on the day will get the result, and I might have to leave certain players out, and they're going to me, well, I'm left out because I've played really well, or I've done this or that, what you've asked. I'm going, right, but I think today, how I know the opposition are set up, I need to play so-and-so in there, I need to do this, I need to tweak that. And even when we went to Peterborough this year, I was missing, I'll be honest, probably 4 or 5 key players. But everyone then stepped up, had to play a different system to fit the players I had, and we got the result, you know. So I was really, really impressed with that, because it was a system we haven't really played that often to our usual. And they stepped up and did the job, and even though we've nicked it with 2 minutes to go, we got the result at the end of the day, so I'm happy, and they've all dug in and give me 100%, and that's all I ask to everyone. If you give me 100%, whether you've had an amazing game or not a great game, but if you give me 100%, that's all I can ask for all the time, and that's all I want from them in training and games. Just give me what you can, and I think they take that into what I want now, and that's where we've slowly built from last season.
And finally, Lawrence, at this moment in time, We sit second in the table behind Wolverhampton Wanderers. We're still in the Tom Farmer Cup, which has been a permanent feature almost in recent years here at Park Hall. What would be a successful season for you come the final whistle of 2019-2020?
Well, I set out at the start of the season, I said, right, where we finished last year, obviously we won the Tom Farmer Cup. Unfortunately, we lost in the first round of the qualifying for the FA Cup, so I wanted improvement from that, and we finished 8th in the league. So I sat down and I spoke with all my coaches and I said, right, where are we at if we get the right players in? And I said, right, if we can finish top 4, which is a TNS team, ladies and haven't finished 4th or above. We finished 5th twice once when I was with Andy Williams, the former manager as well. And I said, right, if I can finish 4th or above, it's the highest achievement for the club ever. And if we can push anyone up there, that's a bonus. So at the minute, we're on target. We're second. I think top 4, if I'm being brutally honest, I think top 4 will be a very good position from where we are now, because from 2nd to 5th, maybe even 6th, I think there's 3-4 points in it, and it's all to play for because there's a long Eaton. I've got 3 games in hand, and a few others got 3 games in hand as well. So we've got our points on the board, which is what I'm happy with. Obviously, I would like to win the Tom Farmer Shropshire Cup again for the 12th time. I would like to do that, and it'd be a 3rd time for me, so that'd be a bit of achievement for me as well. And then obviously FA Cup this year, we got to the first round proper, which is an improvement from last year, so that's already an improvement as well. 2 rounds in where we wanted to go. Fortunately, we lost against Chorley, but Chorley were good on their day. I don't think we were at our best, but I can't knock the opposition. They played really well. So I said, if it was honest now, I think 4th in the league would be, top 4 would be very good. Obviously, I've achieved what I wanted in the FA Cup, and obviously I'd like to win the Tom Farmer Shropshire Cup for the 12th time. I think for me that's my targets, and like I said, we're on course at the minute and we're getting there. So hopefully they run smoothly, but football's never run smoothly, so there's always a few hiccups and blips on the way, but hopefully we ride through the storm nicely.
Lawrence, I always enjoy our little chats. Thank you for your time this evening, and of course congratulations on the victory.
Cheers, Stu. Always love having a chat with you.